Hi everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is im.ngoziibe. How are you guys doing? It's another Sunday. Hello, hi. Sorry guys, I came in a little late today. I'm sorry. But we are back. It's Sunday. My name is im.ngoziibe and we're discussing don't be limited by other people's limited imagination. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, but anyway, how's your Sunday going? How is your day going? So I'm saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you guys. Okay, I'm just going to go straight to our today's topic. Not allowing other people's limited imagination affect you. So how is that done? Now we're going to define imagination. Imagination is the act of forming new ideas. And what is idea? How do you define idea? Okay, the dictionary tells us that is a thought or suggestion as to a possible course of action. Now we're talking about not allowing other people's limited imagination to affect you. How does that work? We all have imaginations. We all have ideas of what we want to do. As an individual, we have different ideas. We have things we really want to do, that we intend to do, things that we're working on achieving, like goals, right? So you have a different imagination. You think differently. I think differently. For instance, if you are telling me about your imagination, what you think, for instance, and to me, my imagination is not up to the level of what you're thinking, I might want to discourage you because I will think it's impossible. Because I cannot imagine what you are imagining. So in doing that, I might be, weighing you down, distracting you, or trying to discourage you, not really knowing. When you're doing discouragement, sometimes you don't do it directly. Some people do it indirectly, not knowing that they are discouraging you. For instance, you're bringing an idea to me, something that you think you know, and you believe within yourself that it's going to work. Because I cannot think like you, because I don't have the ability to think or to see beyond what I see. So you are seeing beyond me. So when you tell me those things, they may look impossible to me, and I will try to discourage you. But I might be discouraging you not knowing that I am discouraging you, just because I don't see what you're saying. So because we're not on the same level, I might say something that will discourage you, that will make you lose that vision, that will limit you to be on the same level with me. For instance, you want to fly a plane. You want to be a pilot. Let's assume we're going together. And you see yourself being a pilot. You're going to go to study and you're going to fly a plane. And me, I might be limited to just pushing a wheelbarrow. That is where my imagination stops. So when you tell me you want to fly a plane, I'm going to think it's impossible because we're coming out from the same place. Because I'm not thinking like you think. And I say, flying a plane, you think you can fly it. So why don't you do this? Why don't you do something else? People that fly planes, they do this, they do. There's so many ways people can distract you or discourage you without knowing. And these people actually might love you. They might be your own people that really care about you, but they don't know that they are trying to limit you to their level of understanding, their imagination. So I'm not saying here that everybody will want to discourage you, want to drag you down. But I'm talking about people that will limit you, that want to limit you to their level of understanding. So sometimes it's good to be by yourself. I'm not saying don't have friends, don't have siblings, don't have people you talk to. Sometimes there are things you have to handle by yourself. Because it's only you that can see that thing you're talking about. Like writers, for instance, people that write stories, that create movies. They imagine it. They have the stories in their head. They think about it. They've thought about the whole picture before they start writing. right? So when they write this story sometimes and they take it to a director or a producer, just a writer, some of them don't see what the writer imagine, and they will not take the stories. You present stories to them, they say, no, we can't do this. This is impossible. This is not real. This is not going to look, because they are not seeing that thing. It takes someone that understands you, that sees what you are writing down, to produce that movie or that story that you are writing. Because before you write the story, you've seen the picture, you have it in your head, you put it all together. So for somebody to help you to produce it to come out like you had thought, that person would think like you. You guys will be on the same level of imagination at that time to be able to bring out that picture you have in your head. So we're talking about general imagination. We're not talking about limiting to production, to films. So when you dream about something, you think about something, this is what you want to achieve, this is what you want to do. There is something, there's a force that is pushing you, that is telling you that you can do that thing. We all have something inside of us, within us, to give. But sometimes we don't know how to bring it out because we are afraid of what people are going to say. They might not believe this. They might think it's not going to happen. So you believing that they might think would keep you down. Sometimes you just have to do. If you weigh all that options, you believe in what you're dreaming of, your imagination, you start doing it. When you start doing it, people will start seeing, because sometimes they cannot see the pictures. You have it in your mind. They cannot see it. Nobody reads your mind. So it's not everybody that can comprehend what you tell them. If I had told people like 5-10 years before now what my dreams were, they'll tell me to shut up. I cannot achieve it. You don't have the help. You don't have the finance. You're not going to do it. There's so many ways they can discourage me. But what I did was to start little by little. And I'm getting there. And people are beginning to see, oh, this was what you said. Oh, now I see. So people cannot see until you start doing those things. So there are things you don't even share. Because when you share them out, they shut you down. And some people, like I said, they don't do it directly. They do it indirectly. Meanwhile, there are people that are just there to destroy everything you think about, any good thing. That is a different scenario. I'm talking about some people that are pulling you down, not knowing that they are doing it. So you have to do what they call reshuffling. You have friends that they don't think. Anytime you bring anything positive, they push it down. Some of them are not doing it intentionally because they cannot comprehend it. So you should stop sharing those things with those people. You should share things with likewise mind, people that think like you. People that think like you are the people you can tell things. They will understand. They will reason with you and run with your vision with you. But people that are not on that level, no matter how you try to explain, they cannot understand it. So you don't waste your time. I'm not saying you should shut them down. You should throw them away. They are still your friends. They are still your siblings. But you should select the things you discuss with them. You look for people that think like you and work with. When you have for spouses, people that are married, when you have a partner, you guys are opposite. You don't think alike. You don't plan things together. You don't share ideas. Sometimes it's heavy on one person. That person that brings the idea that have to execute it and do everything is a lot of weight. But if two of them think alike, it will be lighter. They'll be able to, when the problem comes, they'll be able to solve it as quick as possible because their brain, they work together. So you're going to look for people that think like you. You associate yourself with those people so that you guys can be successful together. If you are my friend, we're growing up together, we're doing everything together. This year I'm on this level and you're still here. Next, you're not coming up with me. I'm going to drop you. Because if we have to work together, we're going to be planning together. So if I'm bringing the ideas, you should be bringing ideas that will work so that we'll be able to work together. Sometimes it's not all about money. It's about what you can create and how you manage them. So if you're not growing in your brain is not growing. Nothing else is going to be growing around you because you have to be growing over there. You cannot sit down all the time and people do things for you. You should be able to do a little bit for yourself. So it's going to take you from stage 1 to stage 2. But if you're always sitting down there and people around you are doing all the works, you're just there, you're useless, you're not doing anything. So if there's nobody around you, you're going to fall. So yes, you cannot stand on anything. So let us try to associate ourselves with people that think alike us. They might not be just like us, but we think alike. It's going to help us to grow, and we'll grow together. So as you're growing, your friend is growing, your family members, everybody is growing. You guys will be growing at the same time. And sometimes when you have fights, when there is problems amongst your setting, it's because some are growing, some are not growing. And when these ones are not growing, there will be envy. And when it comes in, there is nothing you do that they're going to say is good, because they will try everything possible to pull you down, to come back to that level. So you don't need those people. So people that are not growing, that you're trying everything possible so you guys can grow together, they don't want to grow. They are not useful. What do you make friends for that you guys are not growing together? They're always there to weigh you down. There should be something that they can do for you too. So when I'm talking about weighing down, most people, they interpret things to be just money. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about everything around us. You might not be able to help me with money. You might be able to help me with ideas. You might be able to correct me when you see something that I'm doing that is not correct. So that is growing. That is you too, impacting in me. So if I am growing and you are not growing, and I keep trying for us to grow and we are not growing, it's not what we're not supposed to be friends, period. So you make friends with people that are positive-minded like you. People that can think, people that you can bring an idea, they will run with it. They will go back home and think about it and say, oh, Sister Ifeoma, what you said yesterday, I think is correct. But why don't we do it this way? And they will bring positive thinking, positive wine, positive oil around it that will sparkle that thing that you brought out yesterday. So I'm talking about people that are there to kill your imagination. You don't need them. When what you're imagining is a positive thing and is something that you know is possible, you don't need those people that are always there to weigh you down, that are always there to tell you you cannot do it. Okay, you're trying to sing, for instance, because I'm talking about I sing. So, and I can't sing very well. And you're always there telling me, oh, can you leave this singing thing? Go and do this. It's not going to give you money. What have you done to help me sing now that you know that I love to sing? How are you helping me? Have you told me to, oh, go take, I think you need some vocal lessons. You need to go take more breathing classes. Is there anything you're doing that is positive, that is helping my imagination? So if you're not there to help me or to encourage my vision, my imagination, then go. Do your own thing, because you're going to be there. There are people, let me tell you, words are very powerful. You can plan a whole thing that you've thought about for a whole year, and somebody will just say one thing, just one word, and you will drop everything you've planned, everything you've been working towards, because it discourages, it kills that dream. So you don't need those people. We need people that are there to encourage us, especially when we're doing things that are right, positive things, to be able to encourage us, to be able to say, okay, this way, your plan is a very good plan, but that way you're going with it is not the right way. Let us do it this way. That person is still working with you. So you need to be around people that have the same mind like you do. People that are positive, people that are there to help you grow. Not people that are just sitting there and waiting for you to be dropping for them. And nobody cares about how much work you put in. So you need those people around you. The ones that are encouraging. Anybody that I go to, every time I come to you, you're giving me negative words. I'm dropping you. You cannot be my friend. If you're my sibling and you're always giving me negative words, I will not call you. I will stop calling you. It's not every time I call you, you complain, you're nagging. So why am I calling you for? Okay, if you're my sibling, for instance, and I have failed, anytime I call you, you're over there cursing at me, telling me I have failed, I will stop calling you. So, but if you're my siblings, my friend, anybody, and you feel I've failed, I call you. What I expect from you is, okay, Ngozi, let's try this like this. Let's do it this way. I think if we do it this way, it's going to work better. If you are trying to encourage me to make me be a better person, to help me come out of that, my imagination that you think is wrong, I've been doing it the wrong way all these years, I will listen to you. So we need people that think like us for us to be successful. For you to be my sister, you don't have to be from my mother, from my father to be my sister. There are friends that people value more than their own siblings. Why is it so? Because they are there. They are there when you're crying. They are there when you're happy. There are some siblings that are only there when you're happy, when you're smiling. They're not there when you're crying. They don't care. So who would you call your family? That person that is there at all times. So for you to be my family, we have to think alike. You have to be able to correct me when I'm going wrong with love. So we're talking about killing your imagination. Family can kill your imagination. Your wife can kill. Your husband can kill your imagination. So we have to be sensitive and be able to know when that imagination is being killed. Somebody is trying to kill your vision. To know when it's happening and be sensitive. Because if not, everything you've worked for will be destroyed just one day. Because of one word somebody said to you. And why that can destroy you is because the person that is selling you that thing is somebody that you respect so much. Somebody that you believe in. When they say those things, it gets to your bone. If somebody you don't care about say things to you, sometimes you don't even take them serious. But there are people that when they say things to us, we take it to heart. So you need to know those people that you're listening to. If their words are the words you need to grow. I was asking somebody, must everybody have a mentor? I don't want to, because people don't understand sometimes when I say things, people don't understand because I don't give details. I don't break it down. Mentors, for you to have somebody mentoring you, it's okay. I know it's another talk for another day. But you can't be mentoring me and you're killing me. I cannot believe so much in you that you are my mentor. I want to be like this person. And anytime you talk to me, you tell me things that will want to kill me. We have to be sensitive to the voices we listen to the people we listen to. People will believe so much in. We have to be very, very sensitive because sometimes you don't even know what is happening to you. You don't know how it happened. 10 years later, you sit back and say, what have I done? What was I thinking? What were you thinking? You want to know? You were thinking about all those people around you, all those things that they are feeding you. They are distracting you from you to focus on your goal, on your imaginations, on your visions. They are distracted. Sometimes you don't need anybody. You need yourself. You need to discover yourself. You need to know who you are. Some of us don't even know. We don't know ourselves. You listen to people until you start acting them out. You're not even acting you. You don't even know who you are. If they ask you about this person, you can talk about that person. But if they ask you about yourself, sometimes you can't even tell anything. I've asked several people, please tell me about yourself. And they won't know what to say. It comes by surprise. But if you ask them to tell you about one person, call one person's name that is known, they will tell you everything about the person, where the person was born, their life history, everything. But they can't even tell you about themselves. Because we are living their lives. We have these people around us. We go on social media, we read about people so much that we don't even know about ourselves. If you ask somebody to talk about just call one name that is known there, they will tell you everything about that person. But you ask them about themselves, they don't even know. Half of what they know about that person, they don't know about themselves. So because we've not figured out who we are, we allow people to mess with our imaginations. So they limit us. So you're limited. You don't even know. You don't know yourself. You don't need to ask, what do you want to do? What were your plans? What are your plans? What were your plans 10 years ago? What were your plans last year? And what is your plan this month? Some people don't have. Because there's nothing planned down. There is nothing. They just, as they wake up every day, they go by their day and they take it as it comes. You have to put in hard work. You have to focus. You have to know the voices to listen to. It's not everybody around you that can advise you. It's okay to listen to them. but you have to reevaluate whatever is told to you. Even what I say, you have to go and reevaluate it before you use them. When people say things to you, your mentors, people you believe in, your pastors, your presidents, your teachers, they will tell you things, but you have to evaluate it. You have to reevaluate those things and take the ones that applies to you. It's not everything they say around you that you have to use. So please, let us try as much as we can. Let us try as much as we can to evaluate things that is around us. Things around us. And I mean things. When things start happening, you have to be evaluating them. When you do things, you plan out things you want to do, it's not working, reevaluate your environment. What happened? What didn't I do well? Oh, was it because Sister Ngoziibe said this? I didn't even know I was acting on what she said. That made you drop what your original plan was. So sometimes it's good to do reevaluation. Because when you do the reevaluation, you'll be able to know when you are falling short, when you are not going according to your plan. So guys, I just want to encourage you guys to be able to listen, to know who to listen to, and evaluate what you hear. Those that have mentors, when your mentors say things to you, reevaluate them. Reevaluate what comes inside your ear. And be careful who you share your imagination, your dreams with. If you share with me and I'm not giving you anything positive, stop sharing with me. Share with somebody that can understand you, that can help you achieve that. All right, guys. I see Miss Gloria. Hi, Gloria. I see Fat Boy. Thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. So like I just said earlier, imagination is the act of forming new ideas. White idea is a thought or suggestion as to possible course of action. So when you think those things and you believe that they are possible, be careful who you share them with. And when you have people around you that are not progressive, drop them. We should be progressive every day. And like I said, to be progressive is not just having money. Because I've realized that most of our people think that when you're progressing is when the money, you have a lot of money. There are people you need around you. There are people you don't need around you. You just need them far away. You can say hello to them. Like I go to work, I have a lot of colleagues. They're not my friends, they're my colleagues at work. So we work at work, we work together, we do everything, we talk. After work, bye-bye, I'm gone. And that's it, it ends there. So there are things I share with them and there are things I don't share with them. So we work and we get paid, everybody go back home. But there are people that I can share my imaginations with, that can run with. Okay, I have an example. I have a colleague at work that all he tells me all the time is, oh, you think you're going to Hollywood? What are you doing? You just go around there dancing. That's funny. Please stop that. That's what he tells me. So you think I'm going to go and share my imagination with that colleague? It's going to discourage me. Sometimes he say a whole lot of things. If he's joking, he's throwing those things. He's telling me those things to discourage me. So you will have to be careful of the people that will tell our stories to, our imaginations, our plans, what we intend to do. Because there are words. You see, words are very powerful. Somebody will say something to you, think it's nothing. But by the time you get home, you're acting on that thing that person said. So I'm going to stop here. Like I said, I just wanted to encourage us to be careful who we listen to, and be careful so that you will not be acting out other people's imagination. You know, sometimes you plan things you want to do, and somebody is telling you what they want to do, and you find out that you're doing what that person said and not what you thought you wanted to do. So we have to be careful so we don't mix all of this up, because 10 years later, 5 years later, you start asking yourself, what happened? I thought I was doing the right thing. So we have to be careful. We have to do reshuffling of those that is around us. You don't have to have 10, 20 friends. If you have 2 friends, they're good. But if you have 10 friends that are very good, that's fine. But you have to be careful, because it's not everybody around you that wants you to be successful. You have to be very, very careful. Very few of them are going to help you to get there. Some of them don't want you to get there because they want you to be underneath. But you have to grow. Anybody that is not helping you to grow, you don't need them. You drop it. Keep going. Keep moving. All right, I'll stop here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week, Sunday. Like I said earlier, if you have any question, you can drop it on the comment box and I will respond to it. All right. So don't let other people's limited imagination stop you or limit you from your imagination. All right. We all have good dreams. We all have good visions. We have a lot of things we want to achieve. So look for somebody that thinks alike. Look for people that think like you and talk to them about it so that you guys can work it out. Have a blessed Sunday. I'll see you next week. My name is Ngoziibe.